Hello, I am the real-life fake wizard. On January 6th, 2026, Discord confidentially filed for an initial public offering in the United States. If you use Discord, and with over 200 million monthly active users, statistically, a lot of you do, this matters. Maybe not today, maybe not right away, but eventually this is going to change how you use the platform. Sources are now suggesting the IPO could happen as early as March 2026. Valuation estimates range from $5 billion on the conservative end to $25 billion if investors are feeling optimistic. So let's talk about what's happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, what it means for you and I as users. Today's indie game shoutout is Rhymebeard, a grid-based puzzle game where you create, remove, and push blocks of ice strategically to extinguish all flames in each level. Over 70 levels are waiting to be solved in this Sokoban-style puzzle game based on an NES classic. To learn more about this game and hundreds of other indie games, visit our indie game discovery platform, fakeportal.com, or scan the QR code on your screen. Now back to the video. Here's what we know. Discord filed confidentially with US regulators to begin the IPO process. They're working with Goldman Sachs and JP Chase, two of the biggest investment banks in the world. The filing is confidential, which means the detailed financials aren't public yet. No confirmed valuation, no confirmed data, no guarantee they'll actually go through with it, but here's what's new. Sources are now pointing to a Q1 2026 listing, potentially as early as March. If that timeline holds, we could see a public S1 filing next month revealing Discord's financials for the first time ever, which is huge. The company hasn't officially confirmed any of this yet. Their spokesperson said the priority remains, quote, delivering the best possible experience for users and building a strong, sustainable business. Yes, this is passive, standard corporate language, but something is clearly in motion. Let's get some context as to why Discord is doing this now. Like, why now? Well, in 2021, Discord was valued at $15 billion. Microsoft offered $12 billion to acquire them outright. Discord said no, they wanted to stay independent. So what are the current valuation estimates? The optimistic projections push towards $25 billion, but that requires investors to believe that Discord can significantly grow revenue. Here's the problem. Discord made approximately $725 million in revenue in 2024. That's about $3.63 per user annually. For comparison, Spotify generates significantly more per user. Netflix generates significantly more per user as well. Discord's monetization is weak relative to its user base. And it's believed that that's why they're going public. They need capital to grow and expand. They need to demonstrate to investors, however, that they have a path to profitability. And public markets are where you go to raise that kind of money. Now, what does going public actually mean? Because this is important. Right now, Discord is a private company. Its shares are owned by founders, employees, and venture capital investors. The general public can't buy stocks of Discord. The company doesn't have to report its finances or earnings to anybody publicly. It can make long-term decisions without worrying about quarterly earnings pressure, similar to Valve, owner of Steam, which is also a private company. When a company goes public, that changes fundamentally. Discord would list shares on a stock exchange. Anyone could buy them. The company would be required to file regular financial disclosures with the FCC and quarterly earnings reports, annual audits, public scrutiny of every business decision. This kind of thing brings in money. An IPO can raise billions for expansion, product development, or paying off debt. It also lets early investors cash out. But it comes with lots of strings attached. Public companies answer to shareholders. Shareholders want returns. Returns come from revenue growth, and that pressure, the need to show growth every single quarter, changes how companies make decisions. Discord's current estimated revenue per user is, as I said earlier, $3.63. Shareholders are going to want that number to increase, like dramatically. And there are only so many ways that can happen. Here is the reassuring part, right? In the short term, nothing is going to change for us users. Your servers aren't going anywhere. Voice chat will continue to work the same. Video works the same. Your communities should continue as normal. The filing itself doesn't alter any functionality. Discord isn't going to blow up their product right before trying to sell shares to the public. That would be massive self-sabotage. They need to show investors a healthy, growing platform with engaged users. If the IPO does happen in March, you probably won't notice anything different on March 1st versus February 28th. The changes come later, and they come gradually. Yeah, this is where things get more complicated, and this is why I wanted to cover this and do a video, because public companies need to grow revenue. Discord currently makes money through Nitro subscriptions and features like quests, those sponsored tasks that reward you for playing certain games. That's their monetization model. Once they're public and answering to shareholders, expect that monetization to expand. Here's what to watch out for. More premium tiers. Right now you have Discord, which is free, and you can pay for Nitro. But expect more options. Different features set at different price points. Things that used to be free might migrate behind a paywall. This is already happening with features like custom profiles and enhanced streaming. Expect that to accelerate. Number 2, more in-app purchases. Discord recently introduced digital goods marketplaces for gaming communities, things like Marvel Rivals integration. That's going to expand. More ways to spend money inside the app. More commerce features. More transactions flowing through the platform. Number 3, more ads and sponsored content. Here we go. Discord has historically avoided heavy advertising because it conflicts with their community-focused brand. But quests are already a form of advertising. Sponsored activities, promoted content, expect a lot more of that. Positioned more prominently, integrated deeply into the platform. It's gonna be annoying, guys. Then, of course, there's enterprise focus. There's money in business tools. Slack and Microsoft Teams dominate that market, yes, but Discord has been creeping into professional use cases. Public company Discord might invest heavily in enterprise features. Paid tools for businesses that subsidize free user access, but shift development priorities away from casual users and towards corporate clients. AI features could be coming too, with data implications. Discord is already rolling out AI-powered tools like conversation summaries. These features are convenient. They're also pulling from your messages. Expect more AI integration and more questions about what data those features are accessing and retaining. Ain't that gonna be fun? That's gonna be fun, you guys. And then we get into the next big thing, and this is a topic that comes up quite too often, I think. There's a term for the pattern I'm describing here, and we've covered it a lot on this channel. Most of the channels similar to me cover this. Inshittification. And there really is a whole rubric to it. A platform starts by being good to users to attract them. Then it starts being good to business customers to attract them. Then it extracts value from both groups to maximize profits for shareholders. Each phase makes the platform slightly worse for the people who made it successful in the first place. Facebook did this, Instagram did this, Reddit did this, Twitter did this, until Elon Musk acquired Twitter and turned it into X a few years ago, taking it back to being private. Discord users are worried about this. If you look at Reddit threads and community discussions, that's the concern that keeps coming up. Is Discord going to get worse now? The honest answer is probably, eventually. The somewhat yes. Not immediately, not dramatically, but the incentive structure changes when you go public. The platform you love becomes a product that needs to generate returns. And generating returns usually means extracting more value from users, whether that's their money, their attention, or their data. Discord has a strong community culture. They've built their brand on being the anti-corporate communication platform. That brand has value and they know it. But shareholders don't care about brand the way consumers and users do. Shareholders care about numbers going up, and when those two priorities conflict, public companies usually choose the numbers. Let's talk about data security, because this is where users should pay close attention. The potential upside: being a public company means more regulatory oversight. SEC requirements, more audits, more transparency about how the company operates. Discord already dedicates about 15% of their workforce to trust and safety. That's substantial. That investment might increase under public scrutiny, especially given ongoing pressure from state governments about child safety on the platform. Also, public companies face serious consequences for data breaches, reputational damage, stock price drops, lawsuits. That can actually incentivize better security practices internally. But as there's an upside, there must also be a downside. Shareholder pressure could push towards more data monetization. Discord's current privacy policy says they don't sell personal information. That's good, but not selling data isn't the same as not using data. They can still use your data for targeted features, personalized recommendations, or better ad targeting without technically selling it. And there have been recent situations where this has come up. In 2025, a third-party vendor breach exposed data from users who had interacted with customer support, emails, phone numbers, IDs, tens of thousands of people affected in a ransomware attempt. There's also the AI feature issue. Discord's AI-powered conversation summaries have been found to retain user data even after messages are deleted. That raises questions about what else is being stored and for how long. When a company is under pressure to grow revenue, data becomes more valuable. The temptation to collect more, retain more, and monetize more increases. Facebook's Cambridge Analytica scandal happened after they went public. That's not a coincidence. I'm not saying Discord will have a major breach or a major scandal. I'm just saying the incentive structure shifts in a way that historically, well, it's not great for user privacy or security. So what do you do with this information? We're still early on. This is something that we don't have the full information on, but what do you do with it? First, don't panic. Nothing is changing right now. Your servers are fine, your communities are fine. The filing is just a filing. Even if the IPO happens in March, as I said earlier, the immediate effects will be minimal. Second, pay attention to the privacy policy updates. This is the most important thing, and we will cover it here on this channel should it change. When Discord changes their terms of service or privacy policy, actually read them, or at least read summaries from people who have. That's where you'll see the shifts in how they handle your data. If the language changes from, "we don't sell your data," to something more vague, that might be a red flag. Third, watch for feature changes. If things that were free start costing money, if ads become more prominent, if the user experience starts feeling more cluttered, that's the inshittification beginning. You can decide then whether it's still worth using. Fourth, audit what you're sharing. Discord knows a lot about you if you use it regularly. Your conversations, your communities, your interests, your social graph. Consider whether you're comfortable with that information being held by a public company with shareholder pressure to monetize it. Adjust your usage accordingly. Some of you guys share some weird crap on Discord. Maybe don't do that. Fifth, have backup plans. Discord is dominant right now, but it's not the only option. Guilded exists, TeamSpeak exists, Matrix and Element are open source alternatives, Telegram has some community features, Twitter X's chat is supposed to be encrypted now. If Discord becomes intolerable, know what your migration options are. And if you're a creator, maybe don't build your entire community infrastructure on a platform without considering what happens if that platform changes. I know us here, we're going through discussing internally what that looks like ourselves. Sixth, and this is the broader point, remember that you are the customer. You are the product. Discord's real customers, once they go public, will be shareholders. Your attention, your engagement, and your data are what they're selling. That's true now, and it will be more true after the IPO. The IPO isn't good or bad in itself, it's just a change in incentive structure. And historically, that change tends to favor shareholders over users. So use Discord, enjoy your communities, connect with people, but do it with your eyes open. Know that the platform you're building on is about to have new masters, and those masters will care about one thing above all else: revenue per user going up. Your $3.63 is not gonna be enough for them. They're gonna want more. The only question now is how they're going to get it. Until next time, my friends, create, innovate, inspire others to do so as well, and for the love of God, cancel Disney Plus.